So recently I came across few celebrity pictures having acne, pores, pigmentation, smile lines showing up even after the makeup, and that's totally normal. I just felt that I need to talk about the same to my community too, because we live in a world where it's all about filters and Photoshop, so it's very easy for us to believe that others have flawless skin and we don't. Don't let the internet make you hate your natural self. Don't you think that these celebrities have the best makeup artists to work on themselves? They do, right? And still we can see all this in these pictures. It means what? It means it's completely normal to have pores, smile lines, pigmentation, dark circles, acne bulges, etc. And it's not easy for me to talk about all this in today's video, but I still want to, so that you know it's completely okay to have whatever you are having right now, and all you can do is just work on your skin and just do things to make it feel better. And it's high time we normalize the normal. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Annie. I hope you all are doing good. So in today's video I'm going to show you how I achieved this teal green eyes look, but this is not just a regular makeup look video. This is going to be something different. In this video my intention is to show you very clearly that whenever you apply makeup on the face, it's not going to look like a complete flawless perfect skin. When you apply makeup on the face, it's gonna look like a makeup on your skin. It's not gonna look like a new skin altogether. Okay, so I'll just show you the close-up version of the makeup so that you get to see that despite applying the makeup, the crease, the pigmentation marks, the bulge of acne, everything is going to be still visible, and you don't have to feel bad about it, because that is how it's going to be for everyone. That is how it is for everyone. From distance it's going to look all perfect, but when you come close up it's going to look like a makeup on the face, and there is no way you can magically hide that. So you will have to get used to that fact, and never ever be uncomfortable thinking that whenever you apply makeup it looks like too much makeup on the face. It looks like that for everyone. So I'll be showing you a close-up look of my skin without makeup and also after the makeup. So without any further ado, let me just get on to the video. So you can see that I have a lot of acne and acne marks on my cheeks and also on my forehead, and dark circles, some pigmentation around my lips, and of course my lips are not very pink. This is how it looks without any makeup, any lipstick on. So this is how my eyebrow looks, and you can see it's sparse here. It's not perfectly filled bushy eyebrows, but yeah, I use eyebrow powder to cover it up. So yeah, now I'll just get started and I'll work on the skin, and we'll see how the end result will be. So first step is getting the hair off your face, and I'm just going to clutch it up. I'll be starting with the moisturizer Nutriderm, and I'll give a good massage before I move to the next step. You can use any other moisturizer whichever suits your skin. While doing this step, don't forget to massage your neck as well. A step we tend to skip often is hydrating the lips, and I'm using Vaseline here. You can apply any other lip balm. Next step is applying primer. I'm using Nykaa Prep Me Up. Primer will help in filling the pores and fine lines, and it will smoothen out the skin. And by the way, I had to tell you that I got my new beauty blender, and this is what I'm going to use henceforth for blending my foundation. And my last one, like the previous one, this is the condition of it right now, because the darling chewed it off. It was lying on the shelf and she just picked it up, and this is the condition of it. So yeah, the perks of having the doggos in the house. For hyperpigmentation and dark circles, you can use color correctors like the peach color corrector, and all will help in cancelling it out. But I'm skipping that step, and I'm using this foundation which is in the shade Toasty Caramel. I'll apply it all over my face, and then with the help of a damp beauty blender, I'll just blend it. Don't forget to blend it in the hairline and also on the neck. To cover the pigmentation, dark circles and acne marks, I am using this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. Gone are the days when we used to apply the concealer in V-shape form around the eye area. Now it's only applied wherever it needs to be covered. With the help of the same beauty blender, I'll blend it really well. Now I'm using this lighter shade concealer. It will brighten up the eyelid area so that when I apply the eyeshadow, the colors will pop out really well. Before concealer starts to crease around the eye area, I'm going to set it with the compact powder. Now I'll begin with my eye makeup. For that I'm using this fluffy brush. I'll take some light brown color, dust off the excess, and I'll apply it on my crease area. This is going to be my transition shade for the day. And once it's all blended well, I'll move to the next palette, and this is Makeup Revolution Carnival palette. I'm using this teal green shade from that. So first I tried applying the eyeshadow with this round brush, and if you notice, the color is not looking that pigmented. So I switched to this sponge applicator, and with the help of this I'm going to place the color on my eyelid. And you can see that it's getting more pigmented and it's actually placing the color well on my eyelid. So whenever you get these sponge applicators in your eyeshadow palettes, don't throw them away, it's very useful. Since I'm done placing the color on my eyelid, now with the help of this fluffy brush, I'm just going to diffuse the edges, otherwise it will look like a very sharp line which will not be appealing. Also, I'm using this dark brown shade to help me in diffusing the edges seamlessly. So I have blended the edges, but I know that I'll have to repeat this step again little later because the green color will get transferred above my crease area after some time. Now I'll use kajal to line my lower waterline, and I'll also tightline my eyes. One way of doing is just lift your eyelid and look downwards and draw the line. Another way is just close your eyes, place the pencil and draw it from left corner to the right corner. And during this process, if your eyes start watering, just place a clean tissue near the corner of your eye and it will be fine. Now I'm taking this Lakme Iconist turquoise shade kajal, and it's a beautiful bluish green kind of color. I'll use it to draw a line just below my lower waterline. And I'll also apply it on the outer corner of my eye, and I'll just smudge it with my finger. As I mentioned earlier that the teal green shade will get transferred above my crease area, so now I'm repeating the step. I'm just blending the edges again. To fill in the sparse areas of my eyebrow, I'm using this Wet n Wild Brow Kit, and I consider this step really important in my entire makeup routine. Keep the inner edges of the eyebrow a little lighter and use the darker shade for the outer edges. With the help of this Lakme Insta eyeliner, I'm going to draw the outer wing, and since I have hooded eyes, I don't prefer drawing a thick eyeliner. Now for extra drama around my eyes, I'm using this Kiko Milano's glitter eyeliner. This is in the shade Silver. And I'll just apply a little bit of it in my inner corner so that it gets nicely highlighted. For blush, I'm using my all-time favorite Sugar's Coral Climax, and this is a beautiful peach shade, and with the help of my finger, I'll just apply it near my cheekbone area. To avoid creasing, I'm going to set my face with this compact powder. For contouring, I'm taking the Sugar Cosmetics Top Topper shade, and I'll apply it just below the area where I applied the blush. The blush and the contour really helps in adding dimensions to the face, because after foundation the face kinda looks little flat. For highlighter, I'm using this Wet n Wild's Precious Petals, and with the help of a flat brush, I'll apply it on the high planes of my cheekbone. And I'll also apply some on the cupid's bow and my nose. For mascara, I'm using Maybelline's Hyper Curl, and I'll just place it in the lashes and wiggle it upwards. For lipstick, I'm using this Kiko Milano shade number 20 Amarnath, and if you want, you can line your lips before you apply the lipstick. So I'll just get done with my hair and accessories and I'll be right back. So this is the final look, and this is how it looks from distance. So now let me just show you the close-up. So you can clearly see the acne mark is still visible to some extent, and here the bulge is visible, here the crease is visible, and this side is almost curved but still the pigmentation are still visible. So this is how the makeup looks with a ring light. Even on the lips, you can still see the pigmentation on the upper lip is visible, but that is how it's going to be. If you still want to cover it up, maybe then you will have to apply some concealer on your lips and then put it on, but that's going to make your lip very dry and it's going to be very uncomfortable for you. So with this, what I'm trying to say is that makeup is going to look like a makeup on your face. It's not going to look like your skin, because it's a layer on the face. It's not going to hide the skin. But yes, from distance it looks all perfect, and this is how makeups are gonna look like from distance. But when you see close up, it's going to look like a makeup on the face.
Before I end this video, I really want you to remember 3 things. One is, on social media platforms, the lighting and the right angles are used to make it all look perfect. And remember that everybody puts out the best version of themselves there. So don't judge yourself based on that. And secondly, makeup will not look like skin, it will look like makeup only. And thirdly, every human out there has pores, textures, smile lines, acne, pigmentation, and no makeup can hide it all as if it's not even there. It can only help in concealing it to some extent.
So that is it, guys. We have come to the end of this video, and I really hope you found this video useful. And if you did, then please take a moment to subscribe and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever my next video is up on the channel. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, then my Instagram handle will be somewhere here. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.